Hey everybody, before we get to the video, I want to really quickly say that I'm going to be at another convention, Anime Midwest. I'm returning there again to do Brony Reviewing 101, so if you guys want to see, all the fun stuff, you want to see me, doing what I do best in person, go ahead. Anime Midwest is at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare. It's going from July 3rd through the 5th. I'll be there Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., so if you want to see me. I'll also be there Friday, just wandering around with some of my friends. And, yeah, I should probably mention that I'm not doing this alone. I have, for no good reason, FNGR, that changeling dude, Undercover Brony, who has been a friend of mine, John Small, and Joel Lynx, who is part of the Cynical Renegades. I've worked with him for a while. I know it's not a very well-known sort of panel, but I wanted you guys to show up, hopefully. If you are there, come on by, say hi, do all this other fun stuff. So, yeah, anyways, on with the episode. 100th episode of MLP. Greetings, every peoples. This is your cult personality, ToonKriticY2K's name, and Toon is the name of my name. Good morning and all that good stuff. The 100th episode of Friendship is Magic. When I first started watching, I didn't think this show would make it up to 100, let alone maybe 70 or above, let alone 5 seasons. It's doing really good so far, so now we get to the 100th episode. Now, people were wondering, how are they going to do this 100th episode? Are they going to make something special? Are they going to focus on something different that the show doesn't do? Looks like it is, because this episode is called Slice of Life. It is dedicated to the background characters. That kind of seems a little bit risky, don't you think? Like, if you don't have the main 6, you have a whole town of characters that you've never really explored before. Characters that the fandom has picked up on and decided, you know what, I like these characters. Let's make something of it in the fandom. But now the show is doing something about that. So this is the point where I feel some headcanons or fanfics or theories are going to go straight out the window. A few of mine did. I didn't cry over it, though. So, what's the premise of this episode? Real quick, Cranky Matilda, I don't remember exactly. They're having a wedding. The characters from A Friend Indeed. The song, not the song, the episode that everybody remembers for the Smile song. They're getting married. Turns out the invitations they sent out wrong. What is it? Date? I think. Yeah, it was a date, and they have to change the wedding to the day. That very same day that they just sent out the invitations. So all chaos is going around, and it follows all the other background characters that are trying to figure out what's going on, how they're going to get ready for it. It goes from there. Now, there's a lot of really good stuff to mention about this. A lot of great characters come back, and they actually get to do something. Specifically, Derpy and Time Turner, or Dr. Hooves, as they say. Okay. I'll just go through the list of things that I really liked. Okay, Derpy getting some more screen time and her talking and not having everybody jump on the bandwagon that they did before, the last roundabout. I'm glad. Derpy is a good character. I think that she needs a little bit more development, and it would be nice to see more of her in the future actually talking and having more of a personality. Same with, God, why am I derping on his name? Derp. Time Turner. Time Turner is a really cool character. I've always loved Doctor Hooves. He's kind of why I got into Doctor Who in the first place. And it was really cool seeing him talk, seeing him have a good personality, seeing him actually do something. Now, I thought that David Tennant was going to be the perfect voice for him because I heard rumors. But since it wasn't, I'm like, missed opportunity. But oh well. I don't think he'd even want to be on the show anyway. I don't think he has a clue about us. Or does he? I do not know. But it was really cool seeing the interactions between Derpy and Time Turner, because now I'm sure the Doctor Who's community is going to be all over this. The bowling ponies, or the Big Lebowski ponies, as I guess they're being called, those are pretty fun. Seeing Stephen Magnet was interesting. Lyra and Bon Bon, the whole best friends thing that they got going on, and that surprising plot twist, that works too. Vinyl and Octavia, a fandom couple that everybody has loved, gets great amount of screen time here to do what they do best, and that's like have different contrasts between one another. And it's like I think it's interesting that they went with that they're still going with that, because it shows, I think, that the writers are looking at the fandom and saying, okay, the people really like this, the people really like that, so what if we make that canon? What if we make that fun? That's a good and bad thing, I think. A good thing, because then that really pleases a lot of people. But that's what fan pandering is called. So that's the bad thing. No, I'm not really bad. I'm not really bad, sorry. I'm not really against fan pandering. I think if you do it the right way, it shows that you care. And shows like, I think Steven Universe have done that. Some form of fan pandering. Pan-pandering. I was about to derp on there too. The royal cameos, like, okay, I like Celestia and Luna cameoing. Okay, clearly I need to wake up a little bit more. I only just woke up to catch the episode. Luna and Celestia cameoing was pretty fun. I like their bickering. I think it shows a more, I guess, moral side to them. Mortal, real side. Shining and Luna, though... No, Shining and Luna. Wow, okay, that's a subconscious my ship going on here. No. Shining and Cadence. Not so much. I did not quite get why they were put there. I think they could have devoted a scene to them, you know, because they're the ones that got married. You know, it'd be nice to see some kind of... something. Anything. I don't know. But... what am I trying to say here? I did like this episode, but I've noticed that some people have said that it lacks substance, that it's just a bunch of shorts really thrown together to make something, and that it doesn't feel like it has the right flow, it doesn't feel like an actual episode, it feels like something else. Now, okay, does it really need to be like one big blown out episode? I mean, it does feel like it has a bunch of shorts put together, but what they did with that, though, I thought was good. How everything ties all together, I think, with the ending moral. That this is one big story that is not just on the main characters, but everybody else. And I think that was a great thing for the writers to do. In fact, I would go so far as to say that I think a select few of those background characters should get their own spin-off series. And that'd be really cool, because that'd give more depth to the show with different characters and all sorts of other things. Probably not going to happen, but one can hope. So, as much as I like this episode, I do realize that there are some faults with it. I realize that maybe fan pandering was not the best idea to do, but it got some things across. It satisfied some people. Now it just really depends on what they do from there. If they're going to continue on from that, cool. If not, there may be some missed opportunities there. So, for what it's worth in this episode, it's not a bad episode. It's not really a great episode either. The hype that was built up for it kind of reminds me of like the Equestria Games hype, and we all know how well that went. But what we have in this episode, I think, is pretty good. It's not great. It's not bad. It's all right. You know, at least this episode didn't have the fandom just wanting to throw their arms up and say, I quit. Because that surely is going to work by just leaving the fandom. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. Those are my thoughts on the episode. I should be actually doing a collab with somebody. Here's a third collab I'm going to announce that's not going to happen, apparently, because the last two, those kind of derped. Oh, well. I know I haven't been very consistent with making reviews and such. I know a lot of you are probably getting tired of these whole unscripted things. Do not worry, I have one big review that I'm planning on my own, solo, to show that I can actually do things on my own. Because I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, oh, you're just good in collabs, oh, you can't do anything on your own, oh god, all you make is unscripted stuff. Well, I do my best. You know, there's been a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, those are my impressions of the 100th episode, and I look forward to seeing where things go from there. So, like, comment, subscribe. That being said, Toon Critic, keeping you totally tuned for your viewing entertainment.